How are you guys doing? Wow. Stick. Hey, how you doing, man? You have been waiting. I'm sorry I didn't start on time. I got pulled into some other stuff. But yeah, I'm just starting now. How are you doing? Stick, thanks so much. Thank you. Yeah, we're live, so I want to take this on very quickly so that I don't keep you waiting. Okay. It is still our Quiet Build series. And it's been a great ride, a great pleasure so far to get to this point. We've been doing so much. Please let us know where you're joining us from. Let us know where you're joining us from so we could alert you. We got into this point where we've done 8 series already. Now this is the ninth series. This is episode 9. So we've done 8 episodes, sorry, on in this series. This is episode number 9. And the series is still the Quiet Build series. Hello, Stick. Sorry for keeping you waiting. How you doing? This is episode number 9. All right. Now the title of this episode is Protect Your Energy Like It's an Asset. We've spoken so much about discipline. We've spoken so much about decision making. We've spoken so much about building, right? The question has been, what are you building? Are you building for the now? Are you building for tomorrow? Are you building for the future? Are you building for 10 years? Are you building for 5 years? Depending on what you're building. Right now, we're looking at protecting your energy like it's an asset. See, most people protect their money. Few people protect their energy. But energy determines how you think, it determines how you respond, it determines how you decide, and it determines how you build. So how you think, how you respond, how you decide, how you build. And if you constantly spend your energy reacting, you won't have enough left to build intentionally. So this is still the Quiet Build series, and we're talking about protecting your energy. Hey, how long? Maximum it's around 30 minutes. Stake. So, and if you constantly spend your energy reacting to everything that happens to you, you won't have enough to build. So this episode is about treating your energy like an asset, not something to spend carelessly. All right. So this is where someone says something like, I don't know why I feel drained all the time. Have you heard that around you? People say, I don't know why I feel drained all the time. Now it's not as if they're lazy. They're not lazy, and it's not also as if they're weak, because they're not weak. They are just overexposed. It's what I call overexposure. Too many conversations, too many interaction, too many opinion, too many obligation, and very little preservation. So what happens at the end? Their energy is not conserved. Their energy is not preserved. Everybody's got access to every one of them. And like always with this talk, I've broken it into segment. Segment number 1, energy is finite. Energy is finite. Time is measurable. Time is measurable. All right. Hey, thanks, Jamin. Thank you so much. Time is measurable. Energy is felt. You can have time left in your day and still be too drained to think clearly. You can have time left in your day and you still be too drained to think clearly. You can have opportunity but lack the internal strength to act on the opportunity. So energy is not endless. Energy is not endless, and builders who ignore that, they burn out quietly. Builders who ignore that, they burn out quietly. Now, this shows up in leadership. Think about a leader in your workplace, a leader in your community. Someone has a title as a leader. They have the calendar, they have the meetings, but internally they are depleted. Internally they are completely depleted, not because the role is wrong, but because they never protected their margins. They never protected their exposure. Exposure is a lot. Exposure is a lot when it comes to this game. Exposure is a lot. Now, segment number 2, what drains you quietly? What drains you quietly? Energy leaks really look, when energy starts leaking, it really looks, it doesn't look dramatic. When your energy is leaking, it doesn't look dramatic. They look like constant distraction, unresolved tension, unnecessary argument, okay, overcommitment, saying yes when you should have said no. All these, they leak up your energy. Individually, they seem small, but like we always say, there is this law of compounding, right? When things are repeated daily, they erode your focus. When things like this are repeated daily, they erode your focus. So this is how resentment builds. Resentment, it doesn't come from one big conflict, but it comes from repeated small yes decisions. Where you should have said no, you said yes. Where you should have said, I'll think about it, you gave commitment. Now, what have you done? You've exposed yourself to what you're not supposed to do. All right? Now, energy is not depleted from one big conflict. It is depleted from very, very small commitments. Energy leaks, they are not loud, they are cumulative. They are cumulative, they're not loud. All right? So, segment number 3. Reactive living is expensive. Oh, I've talked about this so many times. Reactive living is expensive. When you live reactively, you can't see, you answer everything immediately. You answer everything immediately. You can't even think before answering, because for you everything that comes up must be answered. So you answer everything immediately. That's reactive living. It is very expensive. You respond emotionally. We talked about emotion in the afternoon. We did a video called emotion, right? You speak emotionally. You don't allow the right thought guide you. You allow emotion guide you. Emotion. You respond emotionally. You chase urgency. You solve problems that are not yours. You solve problems that are not yours. It feels productive though, but it's exhausting. And exhaustion weakens standards. We talked about standards yesterday. Exhaustion weakens standards. See, this is how someone around you, think about it. Someone ends their day thinking, I didn't even work on what matters today. Have you heard that? You hear people say, I didn't work on what matters today. Like they were so busy doing a lot of stuff, but none of those things matter. It's simply because they were not so intentional. They spend their energy on response instead of direction. So it is very important that we guide our energy. Segment number 4. Builders create energy boundaries. Builders create energy boundaries. Boundaries are not about control. I've said that so many times on this live. Boundaries are not about control. They are about preservation. Boundaries are about preservation. Boundaries say things like, I don't engage in every debate. As a builder, as someone that wants to conserve his energy, you don't engage in every debate. You don't engage in every argument. I don't answer every message immediately. I don't quickly pick the phone when it rings. All right. I'm not saying be mean. I'm not saying be cold, but builders you don't have time. You're trying to conserve your energy for 24 hours. So you don't want to use it for things that are not priorities. I don't allow every opinion to enter my mind. I don't allow things to just, I don't allow my mind to become a playground for every opinion. All right. Energy boundaries, they protect clarity, and clarity protects direction. Energy boundaries protect clarity, and clarity protect direction. Now, this is especially difficult with family and close circles, close friends. You don't want to be seen as being distant, right? So you allow them. You don't want to be seen as being unavailable, so you allow them. But boundary doesn't remove love. I've said that so many times. Boundary doesn't remove love. What they remove is chaos. Boundaries remove chaos so that you can be focused, so that it brings clarity into your life. And without boundaries, builders becomes overwhelmed caretakers. Without boundaries, you as a builder, you become an overwhelmed caretaker instead of being a focused leader. So boundaries helps you protect your space. Segment number 5. Where your energy goes, your build follows. Where your energy goes, your build follow. If most of your energy goes to defending yourself, proving yourself, reacting to criticism, managing chaos, then very little is left for building. If every day what you're doing is reacting, living reactively, all your energy is focused towards that, so very little is left for building. Energy is not neutral. It either fuels construction or it fuels distraction. Energy will move you to do good things or it will move you to do bad things. It's not neutral. Now, this is how people live years in defense mode. They live their whole life being defensive, always explaining, always correcting, always responding. And then they wonder why nothing meaningful was built. See, because defense consumes what construction requires. So the time you take to be defensive, it actually consumes what you would have used for construction. Segment number 6, rest is strategic, not weak. Rest is strategic, not weak. Yesterday, I talked about it. I said rest is not laziness. Rest is not laziness. See, you are human. We are all humans. Rest is not laziness. Rest is restoration. Builders who never recover eventually collapse. Builders who never recover eventually collapse. And when they collapse, they don't collapse because of lack of discipline. They collapse because they lack margin. They lack boundaries. They allow access to everyone. Margin is protective. It is not you being mean. It's you being protective of your space. Boundaries is protection that you need to. Now, access to you should be regulated. Very, very regulated. Everyone should not just get access to you. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry got access to you. And in this age and time of distractions, where you have social media, your phone, the TV, everything connected to the internet, you need to be able to look at your margins like carefully and say, you know what? I want to make sure I set the right boundaries. And don't let guilt affect you after doing that. No. You are protecting your sanity. You're protecting your space. Margin is protective. Without margin, pressure becomes overwhelming. A lot of pressure on you. If everyone got access to you, I just talked about, I did a video yesterday talking about you not being a dump yard. Because once you're the dump yard, the dump stars, those guys that come to the dump yard, they don't stop coming. The dump stars will always come to the dump yard. They always have something to pick from the dump yard. And if you make yourself the dump yard, everybody comes dump on you. Their emotional problems comes to you, their monetary problem. You want to solve the whole thing. You're trying to carry everyone along, and that becomes a big problem on you. And the issue with that is that you get to the point where you're like, I want to come out, but you can't come out anymore because you've gone too much in. So what do? You just remain there. And you remain there, you just bastardize your own sanity. Why did that happen? There was no margin. There was no boundary. You did not set the right boundary. You did not say this is it. Draw a line. No, you allowed everyone access to you. Your energy that was supposed to be used for constructive stuff has been used. You started using them for distractions. So pressure becomes overwhelming. Now think about someone who never rests. Think about someone who never rests. You know somebody in your circle who never rests. It's either taking 2 jobs, 2 shifts, 3 shifts. Anywhere there's a shift, he goes take it. Anywhere there's a job, he goes take it. And he thinks, oh, I'm hustling, I'm making the money. Eventually they snap. Eventually that person breaks. Now, it's not because they are incapable, but because they are never refilled. They're never refilled. Energy is not finite. It depletes. Rest protects relationships. It protects relationships. It protects clarity. It protects long-term consistency. In one of the lives we talked about, we said it's not about discipline, it's not about intensity. It's about long-term result, long-term consistency. It's not about rushing to get things done with power, with intensity today. No, it's about being able to break things into small, repeatable chunks across the days. The person that never rests eventually snaps. Segment 7. Calm is a repetitive advantage. Most people live overstimulated lives. Constant input, constant noise, constant reaction. But calm people think better. Calm people think better. Coordinated people think better. People that are not everywhere think better. They decide slower. They don't say yes to everything. Before they say yes, they think about that thought in their mind. And when they're thinking about it, they're thinking about themselves first. You see somebody that accepts every request, somebody that says yes to every call, that person, he has not even thought about what is being asked. He always says yes. Definitely that person gets burnt out. He gets burnt out. That person is not calm. Calm people think better. They don't just decide on the fly. No, they'll take time to look at it and say, okay, you want me to look into this? I'll come back to you later. Not like I want a result on the spot. No, I don't have results for you. I don't have response for you. I need to look into it. They respond wisely. They conserve strength. Now, you're going to try to say, somebody might say, hey, Matt, are you trying to say I should be mean? No, I'm not saying you should be mean. I'm saying you should conserve your energy. I'm saying you should conserve your energy. Yeah. Somebody say wisely. Yeah. Conserve your energy. You don't respond to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You don't get involved in every argument. No, you don't get involved in every argument. In this age and time of social media where somebody can concoct lie and true and just mix it up together and boom, it goes viral. It is not up to you to defend it. It's not up to you to defend it. Wise people don't defend it. They try. What you should be doing is conserving your energy for the right things, not focusing your energy for those things that are wrong. Because the same energy you have, like we said, energy is not finite. It depletes. So instead of you depleting your energy, instead of you using your energy for things that are wrong, use it for things that are right. Wise people conserve strength. Calm is not being passive, all right? When you say someone is calm, it doesn't equate passive. Calm is very powerful. Calm is very, very powerful. See, this is why the calm leader stands out. Think about it. Think about it, friends. Just look at the world today. Look at those guys, the guys in leadership positions today. Look at the presidents, the prime ministers. Look at the ones that are very erratic. The ones that takes decision on the fly. Compare them to the ones that take decision after careful consideration. The calm leader stands out every time. Every time. The one that is erratic doesn't stand out. It takes decision before it thinks about it, and because of pride, it can't go back to change it. The calm leader stands out, not because they talk louder, not because they shout louder, not because they force people, but because they don't panic. They don't panic. They control their energy. They control their energy. Energy control is leadership. It's a lot. Try to conserve your energy as much as you can, friends. As a builder, as a wise builder, as a leader, what you need to stay ahead is conserved energy instead of burning your energy on things that don't matter. Hence this talk tonight, conserving your energy. Segment number 8. This is where I ask that question that kind of reveals your priorities. So I'm going to ask it again. So let me ask you something honestly. For those that are online and those that will watch this later. What consistently drain your energy that you keep allowing? What consistently drain your energy that you keep allowing? And if you removed it, what will you finally have the strength to build? You know, that's how we have these questions. What drains your energy consistently that you know you're allowing? And if you remove that thing, what will it allow you build? Energy management is not selfish. It is very strategic. Very, very strategic. Now, like you know, this question is not about blame. It's about ownership. Hey, stick. Bye, stick. It's about ownership. Because you may not control everything, but you control what you keep engaging. You control what you keep engaging. You don't build a lasting life. You don't build a lasting legacy by exhausting yourself daily. No. You don't build a lasting life by depleting your energy every day. No. You build it by protecting what fuels you. You build it by protecting what gives you constructive power. And that is where your energy comes into the picture. You build a lasting life by protecting what fuels you. So friends, this is the quiet build. And this is where self-preservation becomes discipline. No matter what, no matter what. Let me grab a cup of water. I think I've talked too much today. No matter what, always protect your energy. Use it for the right things. Channel it towards what counts, what matters. Channel it towards things that will give, will give you results. Channel it towards things that will increase your focus. Channel your energy towards things that will give you clarity. Don't be the one that channels his energy to distractions. Will there always be distractions? There will always be distractions for sure. So are you saying, is it a case of, hey, Matt, you're saying that if somebody says something about me, I shouldn't answer them? Well, it is all up to you, but if you know that that is a distraction, there's no need for that. Conserve your energies for the right things, and it will pay off, and then you'll be a master builder. Remember, this series is still the quiet build, and tomorrow we're getting into the last episode of this series, which is episode number 10. So we're finalizing the episodes tomorrow on this series. Then we're going to something else. The question has been, what are you building with your life now that you're disciplined? Now that you're disciplined, what are you building with your life? It's a question for you. It's a question for the now. It's a question for tomorrow. You keep the rules. You stay by the rules. What are you now building? What are you using it for? How is it helping you? How is discipline helping you to build something better? We said from day one, there are different aspects and there are different traps. If you've not watched the videos, please kindly go to our live section of my YouTube channel and watch the videos. We've had great videos there for you. And kindly hit the subscribe button so that you always be notified whenever we go online. There are a lot of videos for you to watch that will help you. We dwelt on discipline for a long time. Then we move from discipline into the quiet build, which is the next. And in between that, we have a lot of growth videos that we do nearly every day. Go check them out. Let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. And like I always say on this channel, we don't have to agree on everything. No, we don't. That is how growth comes. We don't have to agree on everything. If there's something you're like, hey Matt, I don't believe this, I don't agree to that, write it under the video. We're gonna look at it together. We're gonna have a session. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna learn. Like I always say, this is not a hype channel. This is not a channel for hype. So if you're looking for hype or entertainment, you go to the next channel. This is directed towards growth. This is directed towards direction. This is towards clarity. This is towards focus. So kindly hit the subscribe button as we move forward with this discuss. That'll be all for tonight. Time to go to bed. It's quite late here. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow again. Thank you so much. And until then, keep enjoying your life. Take care. This is Matt Miller. And I'm signing out for the night. Peace.